So this is how to not suck balls at aiming in video games. So what you want to do is you want to try playing some single player shooters. You want to play easier, calmer, and slower games that still have aiming mechanics. You see, playing the popular games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, CSGO, or COD is actually one of the slowest ways to improve if you aren't already at the skill level that you need to be at to be able to improve playing those games. Have you ever played any rhythm games? You have to start from the slower songs and work your way up. You can't just jump into legendary rip speeds. It's the same with targeting skills. You can't just jump into pro matches and competitive games and hope to drop suckers. For my example, I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn. This game allows me to practice with a variety of targeting levels at my own pace. In hardcore competitive games, everyone seems to be pushing as hard and as fast as they can all the time. That's no way to improve. In games like Horizon Zero Dawn, they are a good example because they have what you need to strengthen your targeting skills. So specifically for Horizon Zero Dawn, this game allows me to practice aiming at small components in weak spots located all over the different robots. It also allows me to practice my tracking on animals, small animals, like small, fast animals like rabbits, foxes, and fish. Also, if you decide not to mark your enemies um, with your digital focus, you also get to practice deciphering the enemy bodies in hard to see situations, like when it's dark in the game or when they're hidden in brush. And this will also allow you to predict your enemy movements. These situations will help develop the muscles in your hands and will help develop the confidence needed to play at higher skills and faster paced matches. It will also allow your eyes to notice enemies easier. On top of that, you can learn how to predict enemy movements and even learn from the AI movements on how to dodge better. However, one of the best parts about this is that I get to practice without stress. And the practice is constant. If I miss, I'm not costing an entire team the game. So I can mess up and I can continue and I can move on to another enemy and keep practicing without all the pressure. Also, when I take down an enemy, I can just move to whichever new enemy that I want to move to. So I can pick and choose which enemies I want to fight and slowly build my skill and abilities in this way. It still does take time to improve. However, it will
when I was a kid.
improve the rate at which you improve by a lot. If you were to just try to improve just by playing those hard competitive games where everybody jumps in and goes as hard as they can, you're going to find that if you're not already at a certain level, you're going to be improving a lot slower than you could be. And the game that you use to practice and improve your aiming doesn't have to be Horizon Zero Dawn. It can be anything. Whatever game you like to play. So, if you try it yourself, spend some time practicing shooting easier targets and building your skills for a while. And if you go back into the competitive games, you will be surprised at how much more confident and stable your aim is. Anytime that you switch a game, it will take a little bit of time to readjust to the different peculiarities of the engines and how the different aiming mechanics are set up. But after you readjust to that, you'll find that you will have improved so much more than you thought you could have in that time. So to end the video, I hope that you take some time to slow down and practice with different targeting levels, and I really can't wait for you to thank me when you find yourself kicking it in the elite matches. And so to just a quick overview to go over how this helps. Basically, it allows you to slow down and practice in calmer environments and to figure out where you're making your own mistakes, or what parts you're bad at. It lets you adjust settings to find where you play best at.
You're going down.
And it really just allows you to slowly and incrementally, well, I won't say slowly, because it's faster compared to the competitive games, but it allows you to incrementally build yourself up until you're good enough that playing the competitive games becomes like playing the other single player games, the calmer games. You get good enough to the point where you can play the competitive games and get the same amount of value as you would have from these kind of games. So I hope you use this advice, and I can't wait to see you kicking it in the elite matches. Later, losers.